Be me. Chilling in lane 5 of the indoor range shooting my carry gun. Been the only one there for about 30 minutes just vibing. Hear door open behind me. Markulikas walks in with the entire fucking neighborhood in tow. They only rented one lane and they decide lane 4 is perfect? Full-size silhouette flies out on the wire about 6 feet away. I'm already putting my shades on in preparation for the light and sound show. Strobe lights and lasers come to life. Mag dump Glock 19 or Canuck or whatever in .01737 seconds. Sparks flying from the ceiling deflector things. Target is now hanging sideways from a very stranded guide wire. Paper is spotless. Hooping and hollering and exceeding 160 decibels. Niggers basically overflowing into my lane at this point. 7-inch art with a break comes out next. Even brighter laser and flashlight. Paper target bursts into flames upon exposure to scientific levels of photons. Nigger begins mag dumping 5.56. I'm watching the projectiles fall out of the barrel onto the floor. Muzzle blast shakes the entire building and dust begins to fill the air. Cracks begin to appear in the walls and things begin falling from the ceiling. Lane divider is blasted free and flies towards me. Hits me in the head and kills me. Without fail, this has been every single experience I've ever had with niggers at the range. Be me an alga. Chillin' with my algae brothers soaking up rays enjoying life. Die. All things must end. Rock. Spend an eternity being compressed. Hot half. Transform into oil. Get drilled and sucked up. Pause. Transported and refined. Transported again and molded into plastic propeller. Spinning at 5,000 revolutions per minute with my brothers carry a bomb into a Russian soldier. Feels good, man. Be me, 17 years old. Sitting on my bed, sharpening fixed blade knife I got for Christmas. Get called away to do some chore or other shit. Didn't think it would take long, so I leave knife out of its sheath laying on my bed. Several hours pass. Come back to bedroom to take a short nap. Jump face down onto the bed. Feel sharp stabbing pain in upper chest to the left of my sternum. Remember that I left the knife out on the bed. Get up and run to the bathroom. There's about an inch gash in my chest. Luckily not bleeding very much. Ask dad to take me to the doctor's office. The whole time he's calling me a dumbass. Get to doctor's office. Not busy, so they get me in right away. Doctor asks me if it was self-inflicted. Say yes. Doctor asks if this was a suicide attempt. Bluntly tell her I was being a dumbass. Got 8 stitches. Still have the scar today. Really beating out the competition here. Then start your own ammo line. Be me. Early 2000s. Small Arms Review held a gun show in Phoenix. Fucking amazing. PMC had an ammo facility outside of Phoenix. I was industry at the time. Tours of the ammo plant. They had machines drawing out cases from brass buttons. 5, 6, 7 steps to turn a dot of brass into a formed case. Giant fucking machines. Most of which made ammo for World War I. Hey, nobody makes these anymore and they still work. But my takeaway from that tour wasn't the concept of 80-year-old machines still cranking out ammo, it was the lady supervising the line and hand-loading 45 to 70 on a Dillon 550 that PMC would sell as their super ultra premium stuff. Nope.jpg. Be me. 160 pounds soaking wet at 10% BF. Leg day. 5x5 squats and deadlift, a real man's workout. Struggle to do 8 TG squats with 145 pounds 3 days later. Go for this week's routinely planned heavy and short truck. Decide to test myself. 130 pounds, 2 miles and 15 minutes/mile. WTF, this makes no sense. Why can I barely sweat with 145 but can ruck with more or less the same weight for 2 miles faster than US Army pace, no less? Be me. Win a nice Black and silver folding knife at a shooting game. Sharpen the blade till it becomes a weapon. Start stabbing a plastic box. Flip the knife for comfort. Keep stabbing. Blade lock fails. Your pinky is now cut bone deep. Blood starts pouring out. Clean up the mess. Me, 13 years old. Shooting CO2-powered 4.5mm steel BB gun. Shooting at spherical plastic container shaped like pumpkin for trick-or-treating. Ends up being made out of very tough plastic. All of the BBs are ricocheting off instead of blasting holes in it. Get a bad feeling, keep shooting anyway like a retard. BB ricochets into my eye. Hurts like a motherfucker, vision immediately very blurry in that eye. Vision starts to get murkier and murkier. Look in mirror. Eye is half full of blood, pike roll. Rest of the story is hazy, but my parents drove me like an hour to some eye doctor in the next state over, and it took about another hour in the waiting room before I saw him, and by then the blood had drained out of my eye. The doctor pointed some super bright lights directly into my eyes and said I had an increased risk of retinal detachment later on in life, but other than that I was fine and that it would heal on its own. It did, and I luckily regained my 20/20 vision. Ever since then I absolutely do not fuck around with wearing PPE, especially eye PPE, and I listen to gut feelings. Don't fuck around with your eyes, brothers, you only get two and you need both for depth perception. Me. Installing Rasaka Scout mount. Apply thread locker. Snug up screws. Switch to torque driver and tighten them up. Asshole brain pipes up. Anon, you didn't feel any movement on that screw with the torque driver, maybe you snugged it too tight. Loosen screws slightly and jerk. Anon, what if the thread locker is no good now? You should take it all apart and start over. I fucking hate OCD so much, brothers. It's only, probably, illegal to print receivers, and we don't even know for sure that that's illegal because the law is written like dog shit. Even then there are a ton of gun-related things you can print like grips, handguards, stocks, etc. that are unregulated. Me in college. Have a room in a house with another vet. In my room, studying for physics final. Hear a loud bang and get thrown forward, assume a car tire exploded and I flinched. Roommate was finger fucking his pistol, pointed it at our shared wall and pulled the trigger. NDD. Don't feel anything right away, but round took me in my back, had to go to the ER. Got out of all my finals because of this.